So I like to start from the CB practice platform, and I hope you guys would be familiar with this screen. I'm scrolling down on the plus side, taxation, and the taxation. There is a drop-down menu for UK tax, and I hope for the UK tax, official resources in the ACCA official resources, past exam library, practice exam, specimen exam. Past exam library, I have opened up the drop-down, and if you see, I have already assigned all of the papers to myself, except of the one paper, which is TX December 20. And the reason being I have not assigned this paper to myself is because it is based on the 2021 syllabus. So here the text rates would be different, bit questions would be different. So that's why I have not assigned it to myself. Then there are 3 practice exams. So if I look 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 papers in past exam library, 3 papers in practice exam, and 1 paper in a specimen. So in total, there are like 8 papers, which I strongly advise you guys to attempt. And out of these 8 papers, so if you put up this one, if I open up this one, so there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 papers and 1 specimen paper. So a total of 8 papers are here. Right. So let's start with any one particular paper. So if you want me to cover any particular paper, do let me know. Else I will start the paper which is in my mind. So your choice. So if it is my choice, so I would prefer to start from the pre-23 mock exam. And the reason being I'm picking up this mock exam is in my view, I could be wrong. The answers of mock are not available. So that's why I'm picking up this one mock exam. Okay. So I have started this one mock exam. And my focus area right now is the section C type questions, because section A, B, MCQs area is covered by Sir Zia. So I am only focusing on the section C type questions. So next. And now I'm going to start the exam. So just confirm me whether you are with me on the screen on the navigation side. If not, so I will wait for you to be here. So I'm going to start this paper. From this navigator, I'm skipping the section A, section B, and directly moving on to the section C, i.e. I'm directly moving on to the question number 31. Okay. So question 31 is on my screen. This is a 10 mark CRQ question. So once one student asked me, sir, if there are 3 questions in section C, why can we see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 questions over here? So answer to this piece is basically, these are not 7 questions. These are basically 3 questions. But if a question is having a subpart, so you can see it is as a separate question. So for example, I can see here I am on question 31 as part A. Question 32 is like the part B of this question. So this is how this made up of total of 7 questions. So we will come to know which portion belong to which area when we will be attempting the questions. Okay. On the left bottom side, there is help/text tables, exam instructions. I advise to all of the students, those who are attempting the papers on CB for the first time, to at least go through it at least once so that you guys would be aware what are the standard exam instructions. The CRQ help area, so you guys would be aware of the bit shortcuts which are available. Keep remember, this is a spreadsheet, not a normal Excel. So not all of the shortcuts will be available to you. So you guys would be clear what shortcuts are available, what shortcuts are not available. So this is the table relating to the CRQs. And this is the text table which will be given to you. So in the text table, the income tax rates, personal allowance rates, resident status, child benefit income tax charge, car benefit percentage, car benefit, fuel benefit amount, notional amount, van benefit, ISA, property income, pension income limits, approved mileage allowance for cars, capital allowances, cash basis of accounting, cap on income tax relief, corporation tax rates, VAT rates, inheritance tax rates, taper relief percentages, capital gains tax rates, uh, NICs, rate of interest, and the penalties for error. So these are the standard exam rates which will be provided to you guys in the exam in the same way which you can see it right now. So let's start with the question. You should assume that today's date is 20th November 2021. Lorna is self-employed as an accountant. On 1st December 21, Lorna is planning to bring a newly qualified accountant, Esnor, into her business. Esnor will either be taken on as Lorna only employee, being paid a gross monthly salary of 3,300, or join Lorna as partner, receiving a 20% share of the new partnership profits. Lorna has forecasted that her tax-adjusted trading profit will be 216,000 for the year ended 30th September 22 and 240,000 for the year ended 30th September 23. Esnor does not have any other income for the tax year 21-22. Requirement A, assume that Esnor is employed from 1st December 21. Calculate the total amount of NIC that will be paid by Lorna and Esnor, if any, in respect of Esnor earning for the tax year 21-22. You are not expected to calculate the NICs that will be paid in respect of Lorna earnings. So whatever Lorna is earning from her trading profit, you are not expected to comment on that. However, as per the requirement A, you are only supposed to comment on the NICs which are applicable in respect of ENSOR earnings. Okay. So if ENSOR is taken into the by Lorna as employee, ENSOR will be getting a salary of 3,300 multiplied by 4. So this is the calculator. 13,200. In the fiscal year 21-22. In respect of the salary paid to Ensor in respect of the salary of 13,200 paid to Ensor, Ensor is supposed to pay class 1 employee NIC on it, and Lorna as employer is supposed to pay class 1 employer NIC on it. Accordingly, Ensor NIC would be Ensor NIC would be. So I'm on my tax rates tables, opening up the NIC rates, class 1 employee rates from 1 to 9568. $9,568 is 0, and beyond this 12%, 9,568. Minus 9,568 multiply by 12%. So if I work out it over here, 13,200 minus 9,568. There is some calculation error. $13,200 minus 9,568. 3,632 multiply by 0.12. 12%. It's 436. And Lorna has to pay employer class 1 NIC of 13,200 minus 8840 into 13.8%. 13,200 minus 8840 4360 multiply 0.138. It's 602, which will be covered by the NIC employment allowance available to Lorna. Hence, no NIC will be payable by Lorna in respect of cash earnings paid to ANSOR. So I'm taking a pause over here, waiting for you guys to copy it. And if there is any question, so happy to hear that. Yes, Osama, anything to ask from this?
Yes, yes, sir.
Yes, please go ahead if you have any question. So in case of no question, allow me to move ahead. So I'm moving ahead to the next question. Next part of this question, basically. You should assume that today's date is 20th November 21. The same scenario, part B of the requirement. Assuming that Ensor becomes a partner from 1st December 21. So first, you have to assume that Ensor is now a partner. Calculate his trading income assessment for the tax year 21-22 and 22-23. You are not expected to calculate overlap profits. Fine. Part 2 of the requirement, calculate the total amount of NIC that will be paid by Lorna and Ensor, if any, in respect of Ensor trading income assessment for the tax year 21-22. If Ensor becomes the partner, then he will be treated, he will be not treated, considered as self-employed. Accordingly, he will be liable for income tax on his trading income and class 2 and class 4 NIC. Hmm. Hmm. So I tried to reformat that cell, but unable to do that. Fine with this, moving forward. So the first part. So yes, exactly. This will be available to you in the exam. So this is, you can say, the actual exam thing which I am looking over here. So trading income assessments for the tax year 21-22. Trading income assessment would be for the year ended 30th September 22. There are two partners in the partnership. There are two partners in the partnership. Lorna and Ansor and total. The net, not net profit, let me call it as tax adjusted trading profit is for the year, it is 216,000. Out of this, Lorna was in partnership for a period of TATP. TATP for the year end date is 30th September. So the year start would be 1st October 2021 to 30th November 21. So profit for this period would be like 2 divided by 12 because 2 months Lorna is the only partner. So whatever is the tax adjusted trading profit, the profit share will be allocated to Lorna and the same amount would be deducted from totals to zeroize that element. Then I'm looking for the tax adjusted trading profit for the period when Ensor was also partner. So tax adjusted trading profit for Ensor times would be 1st December 21 to 30th September 22. So for this period, it is like 10 months. So 216,000 multiplied by 10 divided by 12. Profit share would be total share of profit amounts. This should be 0 as always. Then for the year ended 30th September 23, the tax adjusted trading profit is by the amount to 40,000. So the calculation piece is done. So to sum up this calculation, I am like summarizing it from 1st December 21 to 30th September 22. The profit of Ensor is 36, and for 1st December, sorry, 1st October 22 to 30th September 23, it is like 48,000. After this, let's start with the basis period. Basis period calculation. So for the basis period calculation, step 1 is from business start date, go to the nearest fiscal year end date, which is 5th April 2022. This would be referred as fiscal year 21-22. 36,000 of profit is for a period of 10 months. And I am considering 4 months over here. So the 4 months profit amounts 14,400. Then step 2. Step 2 is we cannot go 12 months back because the first accounting period is of 10 months. So as a last option, what I'm supposed to do, I am supposed to go 12 months this would be like fiscal year 22-23. 36,000 as a complete for 10 months. Then for the remaining 2 months, 48,000 multiplied by 2 divided by 12. So the remaining profit amounts 44,000. So this is basically the trading income assessments for Ensor. So this is the part 1. Waiting to hear from you if there is any question or anything which is not clear from this. Now, calculate the total amount of NIC that will be paid by Lorna and Ensor, if any, in respect of Ensor trading income assessment for the tax year 21-22. NIC is in respect of trading income of NSOR. So first of all, there would be no NIC to be paid by Lorna in respect of trading income of NSOR, as there would be no NIC to be paid by Lorna in respect of trading income of NSOR. Why is that so? So first of all, there would be no NIC to be paid by Lorna, right? However, Answer has to pay class 2 NIC and class 4 NIC on his tax adjusted trading income, right? Both have to, like both NICs are supposed to be paid by Answer. Accordingly, the class 2 and class 4 NICs would be class 2 NIC. Class 2 NIC is 3.05 per week. Multiply by 17 weeks. Why 17 weeks? Because for 1 month, there are 4 weeks. For 2 months, there are 8 weeks. But for 3 months, there are not 12 weeks, rather there are 13 weeks. So then after 13, in the 4th month, 17 weeks. For next year, minus 9568. So this would be the amount of class 4 NIC. Let me reconfirm. Is it 9568? That's correct. So I'm done with this requirement as well. Do let me know if anything in particular is not clear. Okay. Um, let's move forward to the next question. This scenario relates to two requirements. So what are those two requirements? We'll be looking to those two requirements. Benedict and Eloise are a married couple. They are both employed by Slate PLC, and Eloise is also a partner in partnership. The following information is available in respect of the tax year 21-20. So what the information is available? Benedict. During the tax year 21-22, Benedict was paid a gross annual salary of 112,000 in respect of its employment with Slate PLC. Eloise, during the tax year 21-22, Eloise was paid a gross annual salary of 184,000 in respect of her employment with Slate PLC. Okay. Throughout the tax year 21-22, Slate PLC provided Eloise with a petrol-powered motor car, which has a list price of 67,200 and an official CO2 emission rate of 102 gram per kilometer, 187 grams per kilometer. Slate PLC does not provide Eloise with any fuel for private journeys. Eloise was unable to drive her motor car for the up period during the tax year 21-22 because of a cycling accident. And during this period, Slate PLC provided her with a chauffeur at a total cost of 9,400. Eloise pays an annual professional subscription of 450, which is relevant to her employment with Slate PLC. Eloise also pays an annual membership fee of 1420 to a golf club, which she uses to entertain Slate PLC clients. Slate PLC does not reimburse Eloise for any of these costs, for either of these costs. During the tax year 21-22, Eloise donated 250 gross per month to charity under the payroll deduction scheme operated by Slate PLC. Eloise has been in partnership with Daphne and Colin for several years. The partnership tax adjusted trading profit for the year ended 31st December 21 was 93,600. Daphne is paid an annual salary of 8,000, with the balance of profits being shared 40% to Eloise, 30% to Daphne, and 30% to Colin. During the tax year 21-22, Eloise paid interest of 6,200 gross on a personal loan taken out to purchase her share in partnership. During the tax year 21-22, Eloise made charitable gifted donations totaling 6,000 gross. Joint income, building society deposit account. Benedict and Alois have savings in a building society deposit account, which is in their joint names. During the tax year 21-22, they received building society interest totaling 6,000 from this joint account, 9,600 from this joint account. Calculate Benedict and Alois respective income tax liabilities for the tax year 21-22. Okay. Building society deposit account. Benedict 9,600 into 50%. So 50. So just to share with you, if income is from the joint bank account, income is always divided equally. So there is no concept of any other proportion. Income is divided equally. So Benedict, Alois, right? Now I'm going to start the calculation of Benedict income tax liability. Since there is no dividend, so I'm not opening up a column for dividend, okay? The salary for Benedict was interest income. Since there is no qualifying interest, so I'm directly deducting the personal allowance. Adjusted net income is 116,800. It should be taper by standard personal allowance. Taxable income. On this taxable income, let's start applying the tax rates up to 37,720%. Then then since he is a high rate taxpayer, so he would be eligible for interest exemption of 500. Income tax liability amount 37312. Then this is the Benedict income tax liability. Alois income tax liability. Trading income, employment income, interest income. After this interest income, at the moment, I can only link the savings income. Qualifying interest. Qualifying interest is by the amount. We'll be calculating the personal allowance explicitly. So what will be the trading income? What will be the trading income? The trading income related information is given in point number 5. Otherwise, Daphne, that tax adjusted trading profit is 93. Salary, there was only salary paid to the Daphne. As a result, total share of profit amount. Working 2 is basically like the calculation of employment income. What will be the calculation of employment income? Car benefit. Fuel benefit would be 0 because chauffeur benefit, remember, all of the ancillary benefits of car are exempt, except of driver chauffeur, which is a taxable benefit. Car benefit. 67,200. Then I need to calculate the CO2 emission. CO2 emission is 187 gram per kilometer. Looking back to the tax rates and tables. $55.15. Restricted to um is there any reimbursement, capital contribution, month apportionment type of stuff? The answer for all of these things is no. So no need. Professional subscription by golf club membership. Is it allowed to be deducted? The answer is no, because it is mentioned in the question, which she uses to entertain state PLC clients. I agree. Probably it from this statement, I can establish it is wholly and exclusively for the business. But for employment income, the third important element is it should also be necessary for the employment. Can you comment on this, whether it is at the moment necessary for the performance of duties? So I cannot comment on that piece. So that's why I'm going to put a comment over here. Not necessary for the then give as you want. That's it. Let me look towards its adjusted net income. Adjusted net income is net income minus gross amount of personal pension contribution. So I can see that adjusted net income is greater than 125,140. Now I'm going to calculate her income tax. So the basic rate is still 37,700, which will be extended by 6,000 due to the gross personal pension gifted donation. So 20% on this. Then high rate band is still 150, also be extended by 6,000 minus the amount which is already under the basic rate. Interest exemption is not available. As Eloise is the additional rate taxpayer. So why no fuel? Sorry, I missed to respond you. Why no fuel? Because it is explicitly mentioned in the question that fuel is not provided for private journeys. So have a look. Slate PLC does not provide with fuel for private journeys. And due to this point, I've not considered the fuel benefit. So anything which is further unclear? So moving forward to the next part of this question. Benedict and okay, part B. Calculate the Benedict income tax savings for the tax year 21-22 if the building society deposit account had been in Eloy's sole name instead of in joint names for the entire year. So if the building society deposit account is in the sole name of Eloy's, what will be the income tax savings for Benedict? First, before you start writing the answer, be very clear about the requirement, what the requirement is about. Requirement asks you explicitly what will be the income tax savings, right? Income tax savings if what will be the income tax savings? In such situation, there will be no what will be his revised tax liability? I can redo it, or there is a good way in my mind. I don't know whether I would be able to do that or not. I doubt. My doubt was right. Now, would there be any interest income? Adjusted net income is 112,000 since there is no personal pension gifted donation by Benedict. It would be taper by starting applying the tax rates 37,700. As a result, of this, am I supposed to calculate the revised tax liability or am I supposed to calculate something else? Let's look into the requirement. Calculate the Benedict income tax savings. So you are not supposed to calculate revised income tax liability. Rather, you are supposed to calculate revised income tax liability. Original income tax liability was by the amount 37312. So the income tax savings would be Is there anything which is not clear from this? Moving on to the next part of the next question. Wholesome Limited runs a fitness center. Fine. The tax adjusted trading profit for the 16-month period ended 31st December 21 is 120,200. This figure is before taking account of capital allowances. Fine. On 1st September 20, the tax written down value of Wholesome's limited plant and machinery in the main pool was 24,000. On 15 December 21, Wholesome Limited sold an item of plant for 3,900. The plant originally cost 5,200. On 4th August 21, Wholesome Limited disposed of some investment properties and this resulted in chargeable gains of 16650. On 3rd September, the company made a further disposal and this resulted in a capital loss of 2,900. Part A of the requirement. Explain how limited companies can obtain relief for capital losses. Part B. Calculate Wholesome Limited corporation tax liabilities in respect of 16-month period ended 31st December 21. Show your treatment of chargeable gains and losses. You are not expected to explain how groups of companies can obtain relief for capital losses. In short, do not talk about the group losses or capital gains type of stuff. Keep your discussion limited to the what are the options? It should be first adjusted with the other gains of current year. If after adjusting the loss with other gains of current year, there is still a loss, it should be carried forward for future capital gains. Loss should be adjusted with first available gains on maximum possible extent basis, i.e., either the loss will be finished or the gains will be finished. Part B. Calculation of corporation tax liability. How corporation tax liability will be calculated? So whenever there is a long period of account, that should be split into two periods. The first period would be of 12 months. The second period would be of remaining months. And in this example, in this question, the remaining months would be of 4 months. The first period from 1st September 20 to 31st August 21. This would be like the 12 months period. And the 4 months period would be 1/9/21 to trading income. Before capital allowances is 120, 200 for 16 months. I'm counting 12 months over here. The sum is like 120, 200, right? Capital allowances. Let me work out that piece. Capital allowances. After capital allowances, trading income. Capital gains. Capital gains is by the amount. Now, if you look, 4th August 21, gain, and 3rd September 21, loss. So the gain would be recorded in a 12-month period. Whereas the loss, we do not record the loss. So I'm recording 0 instead of it, right? Capital allowances. Brought down balance 24,000. Is there any addition or disposal? So there is only one disposal in the capital allowance universe, which we can see in on 15 December 21. That would be recorded in next year. So on this amount, I'm directly going to apply then the carried down of one period would become brought down for next period. For the next period, I can see next period, I can see disposal. Disposal is by the amount. Since this period is of 4 months, so so this is the corporation tax liability for 12-month period, and this is the corporation tax liability for 4-month period. Because in companies, losses can be carry forward, but it cannot be carry back. So whatever is the loss figure, that will be carry forward automatically. Right? Let's move forward to the next question. This scenario relates to one requirement. Regency Limited held shares in 4 trading companies throughout the year ended 31st March 22. All 4 companies prepare accounts to 31st March. The following information is available for the year ended 31st March 22. Ever Limited 60%, Fund Limited 40%, Glow Limited 90%, here INC 70%. Trading profit or loss for Ever Limited loss, Fund Limited profit, Glow Limited and INC. Regency Limited has taxable total profits of 277,700 before any claims for group relief. Mm, taxable total profits 277,700, which loss relief can be adjusted. As a result, revised few of the important notes. Ever Limited and Fund Limited as shareholding is less than 75%. Here INC is overseas. Hence not part of group losses group. Only Glow Limited and can adjust the losses. So this requirement was of 2 marks. So I believe so that's like pretty much fine to cover up for the 2 marks. Rhymes Limited prepare accounts to 30th November annually. Had the following transactions in the ordinary shares in Tune PLC, a quoted company with 10 million ordinary shares in it. 10 million. Okay. Uh, calculate the chargeable gain or allowable loss arising on the disposal made in the year to 30th November 2021. Fine. So disposal proceeds. 7,000 shares are sold for amount of 20510, right? Cost will be calculated by with reference to the matching principle, and then we would be having the gain. So for this working one, cost of shares. Same day purchases, it's like number of shares, cost of shares. Is there any same day purchases? Yes, there are 200 same day purchases with a total cost of. Then is there any last 9-day purchases? The answer is no. Then shares, I can see last 9-day purchases. Shares in the pool, sorry. So let me update it. 500 shares, 1250. How many shares would have been disposed of from the pool? So the total of 7,000 shares have been sold out. So the total should be 7,000. So 7,000 minus 200 minus 500, i.e. 6,300 shares would have been sold from the pool, right? In the pool, number of shares, cost, in the pool on 31st October 2006, there is a purchase of 7,000 shares at a cost of 11,000 shares. At the moment, index cost is also 11,000. Indexation allowance, 11,000 multiplied by 0.338. As a result, total number of shares remains same. Shares in the pool would be like cost is by the amount. As a result, gains would be. So I'm done with this. So I calculated the weighted average cost multiplied by number of shares. So again, I'm done with this. So if you have any particular question, please do let me know. Else I'm done with my agenda, by the way. So anything in particular you want to ask? I repeat, anything, any question you want to ask in particular? So if no particular question, I like to conclude this class with a thanks to you. Thank you, Sama, for being with me. Take care. Allah Hafiz. Um, audio admin will share the this will be shared on YouTube. So admin will be sharing with you. To drop this point uh, in the group, admin will be in a position to share with you. Thank you. Thank you. Allah Hafiz.